What if the birds in your yard aren't just birds? What if they're tracking your routine every single day? Today 8 signs they're watching you. And yes, number 6 is genuinely shocking. Before you panic, this isn't a conspiracy video. It's biology, pattern recognition, and survival. Birds study threats. Birds study food. And sometimes, you're both. If you felt stared at outside, you're not crazy. You're just being noticed. Because in nature, noticing first means living longer. And birds have insane vision. They also learn schedules fast. So let's test your yard. Sign number 1, they freeze the moment you look at them. Not flying. Not eating. Just watching. That's not cute. That's assessment. And it's more common than you think. Because birds don't stare for fun. They stare to decide threat, neutral, or jackpot. Here's how you know it's happening. Watch your yard for the next 20 minutes. You'll start seeing these signs everywhere. Sign 1, the freeze and direct face line. If a bird freezes mid-action and keeps its face lined up with you, that's target lock behavior. They're measuring distance and your intent. Blinking is data collection, not relaxation. Tight posture means I'm ready to bolt. If you lift your hand and it flinches, you just failed their threat test. But if you stay still and they resume feeding, you're labeled safe. For now. If they hop closer after the freeze, they're also checking your resources. They're asking, do you bring food? Birds map your yard like a supermarket. But the key is the face line. If the body is angled away, head turned at you, that's exit ready watching. A single wing flick is a warning signal. If 2 birds stare at once, that's group scanning. They decided what you are. Now sign number 2. Their calls change when you show up. Sign 2, alarm calls shift when you appear. Birds don't just chirp randomly. They use different calls for different threats. Hawk 1 call. Cat, another call. Human yep, also a call. If you step outside and the tone changes, that's a yard-wide notification. They're telling others you're here. Short, repetitive notes equals alert mode. Back away and listen if it falters. If it fades quickly, you're routine. If it stays intense, you're a variable they don't trust. Sometimes it's not you. It's the nest you walk too close to. If they swoop near your head, that's defense, not curiosity. Respect it. Move away. They'll calm down fast when the threat leaves. Either way, they're tracking your presence. Sign number 3. They appear at your windows. Like they're checking if you're home. Sign 3, window hopping and routine tracking. If a bird repeatedly lands on your window, it's not always confused by reflection. Sometimes they're tracking movement. Window to window. They're mapping where you appear. Especially near kitchens. Because humans mean food opportunities. They also watch doors. A door is a predictable event. And birds love patterns. If you grab mail at 5 p.m., they'll show up at 4:58. Watering time, they'll be there. They're not psychic. They're learning. Birds learn time by light and habit. They align behavior to your schedule. And yes, They check your face, because this sets up the next sign. Sign number 4. They show up when you arrive. Not after. Not later. They're already there. Sign 4. The welcome committee at door, car. If birds gather near your driveway and they don't move much when you park, they expected you. Same with your porch. They watch the door handle. Because it predicts motion, they'll hop back, not fly. That's distance control. If they return instantly, they've linked you to food. Feeder refillers are celebrities. To them, you're a walking resource. If several line up quietly, that's not random. One bird usually takes the front position. The sentinel. It calls. Others watch. Then they approach together. Sign number 5. They leave things behind. Feathers. Twigs. Shiny bits. And it feels personal. Sometimes it is. Let's talk gifts. Sign 5. The drop gifts or test objects. Some birds, especially corvids, crows, ravens, magpies, will drop objects near humans. Coins, tabs, beads. Here's the truth. It's not magic. It's a reaction test. If you react calmly, they may repeat it. If you freak out, they learn you're unstable. Birds love stable humans. Sometimes it's nest material. They're busy and they drop stuff. But repeated drops in the same spot, that's intentional. They're testing. Will you chase me? Don't chase. Don't reward panic. Stay calm. Stay boring. Because now we hit the shocking one. Sign number 6. They recognize your face. And they tell other birds about you. Yes. Really. Sign 6. Face memory and social blacklist. This one is wild. Some birds can remember human faces for years. Years. And they share that information socially. One bird reacts, others join. That's a warning chain. If you've ever screamed, thrown rocks, they might remember. You trained them against you. If you're calm and consistent, they remember that too. You have a bird reputation. So if birds escort you across the yard, that's tracking. And if the same bird shows up daily, it may literally recognize you. Shocking good. Because now you'll be careful. Sign number 7. They watch you when you're distracted. Eating. Gardening. On your phone. They close distance silently. That's opportunity mode. And it leads to this. Sign 7. Distraction watch and distance closing. Birds love distracted humans. Because distracted humans don't react fast. Less risk. If you garden, you expose insects. They watch your hands for digging. If you mow, you kick up bugs. To them, you are the tool. So they wait. They freeze when noticed. Then they continue when safe. That's calculated. If they show up only when food appears, they profiled you. If they circle your trash, they learned the trigger. Sign number 8. They choose high ground to watch you. And they keep a safe escape line. Power lines. Rooftops. Tall branches. A surveillance perche. From there, they see everything, including you. Sign 8. The perch network and escape routes. This is the simplest sign, high and quiet. They rotate their head to keep you centered. If you move, the head tracks. If two birds perch in different spots, that's cross coverage. When you approach, they hop perches, not leaving. Repositioning. Notice where they sit near fast exits. Open sky behind them, or a clear branch line. They plan the escape. If they stay perched while you're below, they're confident. They leave when you look up. Because attention is danger. So let's recap fast. If you saw 3 or more, you're being watched. Not for evil, for safety, food, and learning. Now, what should you do? Do this, and you'll control the relationship. Here's the smart play. 1. Don't chase them. Ever. Chasing teaches fear and triggers alarm calls. 2. Be consistent. If you feed safely and lightly. 3. Stop rewarding trash behavior. Secure bins. Remove easy snacks. 4. Respect nesting zones. If they dive bomb, you're too close. Birds aren't monsters. They're students. And you're the lesson. Especially after number 6. Now tell me this. Which sign have you seen in your own yard? Comment the number 1 through 8. And if you want more hidden animal behavior, hit like and subscribe. I've got a full playlist waiting. Click the next video on screen. Because once you notice, you can't unsee it. Stay sharp. Stay calm. And watch who's watching.